Hello. Oh, my thinking cap. Hello. How are we doing? Hi, K-Wolf. This is interesting. You can't see my mouse. This is interesting. So I have Lacuna already, but maybe we'll have to get this as well if we continue enjoying this game. So we started playing it last week, but my internet wasn't up for it. So I can't remember where we stopped because the end of the stream was me wondering why I had 50% dropped frames. So we'll get back into it. We're investigating. Was I using my controller? I feel like I was. Yes, because it was a weird button to get into here. Right, let's just review what we were doing. So, the suspicious communication that a dissident group is forming on the ship. So the ship is, we're like an Ark colony, aren't we? And nobody alive on the ship at the moment is going to end up at the place we're going. Our grandchildren will end up at the place we're going. Or something. Right, so we need to find... So, story so far, I believe, is we found a note written on paper about a dissident group. However, paper is not very often used because we're all future-y. So there's only a few places where paper could have come from. We need to find where the paper came from, and then we might be able to find like the source of the dissidents. Yeah. We also don't know who the letter was for. Janitor Rose found the letter, but she claimed she found it accidentally when she was cleaning, so we don't know who the letter was addressed to. Personally, I'm suspicious of Chi-Chi, but I feel like we need a bit more evidence before we accuse the cat. So, yeah. And then also someone broke into the network area in the inner hull. But we closed that one. We solved that one. That was like the tutorial one, I think. Okay. So that's where we're at. So we need to find the caretaker to get into the activities room. We need to, I think... So Luis is one of the suspects for sending the letter, and his mother is having issues with memory. I think she's got dementia. So I probably should report it, because even though she doesn't want to be moved to the psych ward and Luis doesn't want her to be removed to the psych ward, I think it's probably better for her. So we were also doing some maths about how much recycling was going on. So I need to go to my sergeants. I think I'd investigated everywhere. I don't think I've got any more question marks anywhere. Can't get into that section of the ship. Where do my sergeants be? Here. Dementia can be very dangerous indeed. And also very upsetting. And that was the wrong button. So I need to go up 1. And also with treatment, dementia can be helped. It can't be cured, but it can be slowed. Oh, is this not where I want it to be? So these are our 2 suspects. I can show him evidence. I could talk to him about his mum. Oops. I talked to your mother. She was at your bunk earlier. At my bunk? What were you doing there? My job. Since when can crew enter people's bunks on a suspicion? Come on, Louise. This is a little more than a suspicion. She was probably happy to see you. She was. Louise, she needs to go see a doctor. What are you talking about? Mum's doing fine. Then why are you hiding her at your place? You must have misunderstood something. You know the rules. Xena may have to move into assisted living. You mean we should lock her away? Aren't you already doing that? She will receive the care she needs, and my mum left her husband behind on Earth to be here. That's how much she believed in it. Just to be locked away with the crazies for the rest of her life? I mean, if she's got dementia, she's not crazy. And this is speaking as someone who has had a relative with dementia. My gran had dementia. So I say crazy with love. But people with dementia are not crazy. Well, I can visit her twice a week, where she can only leave if a staff member feels like accompanying her. Is this how she will be repaid for giving her entire life to this mission? I mean, she needs help, my dude. Yeah, dementia's just horrible. Although luckily, in my gran's case, it was only horrible for the people around her. She was happily away with the fairies. So she just didn't know what was going on. She was fine. Little bit confused sometimes. Obviously, it was hard for us because often she didn't know who we were and all that sort of thing, but she was happy enough. But yeah, it can be. It's always really horrible for the people around the person. And it's often really horrible for the person as well, if they understand what's going on. So, or if they don't understand what's going on, but it makes them angry and upset, and what have you. So, yeah, it's a nasty, nasty thing. I'm sorry, Louise, she has severe cognitive problems. You know how dangerous this can get for everyone on board the ship. Well, that's true as well. We're on a spaceship. So, like, she could cause serious issues. It's not like she's just going to run off and get herself lost or something. But yeah, people with dementia need help. It doesn't do any good to hide it. I bet it is worse when someone becomes aggressive, yeah. Upsetting for everyone involved. Luckily, my gran never became aggressive. But yeah, I'll bet. If she goes out unattended and I'm looking after her, she won't leave the bunk without me. Please, Stella, don't tell anyone about this. I'll get her to the doctor if it keeps getting worse. Please don't take away the time we can still spend together. I mean, dude, you're in prison at the moment. You just lost your dad. You have to understand how I feel. Is this why you're communicating with these people? Because you're hoping they'll change things and protect Xena in some way? It's you, right? They've been talking to you. You know what? Fine. A few days ago, I found an anonymous letter in my bunk. Oh, we got it. Yeah, dementia ain't getting better. Unless it can be improved temporarily and the progress can be slowed down with treatments. Which is why it's important to get treatment as soon as possible if you have suspicions of dementia. Because if you wait too long, it's just going to get to the point where there is no help. Like with my gran. So, I mean, you've got to laugh, right? With dementia, because a lot of it is objectively funny. Not necessarily at the time. but it is. So my gran got diagnosed with dementia and then forgot that she'd been diagnosed with dementia because she had dementia, and the doctors wouldn't talk to us because, you know, doctor-patient confidentiality and all that. So it wasn't easy to get it sorted out. I feel like maybe with the diagnosis of dementia, a bit more should be done than just telling the patient, yeah, this is your diagnosis, and then leaving them do it, because she forgot. Oh, it is funny. So yeah, we got her, and she also resisted any help until she was beyond resisting. So I mean, well, she had people coming in and caring for her. She was in an assisted living facility anyway, just for like generally being old. And we had carers going in, but she didn't like the carers going in. It was different people every day, which didn't help. And then, so basically my parents were having to travel like, it was like an hour and a half round trip. No, an hour and a half each way, daily, to go and see her, to care for her, basically, to get her dressed, to get her washed, to make sure she'd eaten. And it was only when she basically couldn't communicate anymore that we managed to get her into a home, because she was so resistant before then. It was only when she was at the stage where she would just follow instructions without questioning them that we managed to get her into a home. Once we got her into a home, she improved quite a bit briefly. Like, I say briefly, for like a few months, because she was being really well fed and properly looked after and hydrated and kept warm and all this. But yeah, it's a very tricky thing. Very tricky thing. A few days ago, I found an anonymous letter in my bunk. Somebody must have slid it under my door while I was at work. They asked me if I was dissatisfied with the situation on the Zephyr, and if I wanted to have a bigger say in how things are going. They instructed me to lean my doormat against the door in an upright position that night, as a sign I wanted to learn more. So that's what I did. Seriously? That's treason, Louise. What are you on about? I didn't breach the codex in any way. I just wanted to know what these guys were up to, okay? The next letter showed up in my locker at work. I was instructed to write an answer on the back and leave it in a specific place. They described the precise location of a wall in the inner hull B. That's where I sent and received the subsequent letter. And Enforcer Bodo caught you on the way there. Yes. So you lied to me. What would you have done in my place? I need to take a detailed statement on this whole exchange, but right now time is running out. Do you have any idea who is sending these messages and what their goals are? No. They didn't say. My first in-person contact was going to take place tonight at the event. You mean the Arrival Day event at the Earth Museum that's about to start, correct? Do you know exactly who exactly you're supposed to talk to? Not precisely. One of the performers. They split up the instructions across 2 letters, probably as a precaution. Besides the letter you found, there was another hint in the previous one. It said my contact works in a Category 2 profession. Listen, Stella, you know me. I was never going to do anything illegal. I was just curious. Investigating this kind of thing is not your job. You know you're supposed to report it to security. For all I know, you were trying to get in on a dissident movement that could jeopardize the whole mission. Dissident movement? You have no idea what they're about, and neither do I. Then why did you signal to them that you were interested? You think it's so wrong what they're saying? You're part of the crew, but me? The general population barely has a right to know or decide anything. And I do. This is a mission, and we're all part of it. And who came up with that mission? A bunch of dipshits back on Earth that aren't even here. Some of them died years ago. I'm tired of carrying out someone else's plans. The mission is not about your personal needs. It's about ensuring the survival of our species. That doesn't change the fact that we're the ones who should be making the rules. We spend our entire goddamn lives on this ship.
I couldn't believe what he was saying. I'd known for a while that Lewis was unhappy about how certain things worked on the ship, but I'd never thought he would lose faith in the mission. I knew him better than almost anyone in the general population. If his views were this radical and I didn't notice, what about everybody else? Maybe the crew was losing touch. I knew we had to face this before it got worse.
Okay. So she did find it by accident. Your contact works in a Category 2 profession. Okay, I don't know what that means. So the letter was addressed to Luis. Is that him? No. Who's, I don't know what his face is. Is that him? I do also want to report the dementia case. Chief, ready for some updates? Sure. The Ethics Committee invited you to their next monthly meeting. Chief William always declined these invitations because he wanted to keep security separate from the judicial branch. Do you want to continue in that direction or change things up? So, I don't know. But I trust my dad's judgment. I think he was right. I should stay as impartial as possible. Tell them politely that I'm not coming. Will do. In other news, we received an anonymous report from the bio area earlier today. There's a shortage of painkillers at the hospital. Nobody seems to know why. Could be mismanagement, could be foul play. We should probably look into it sooner or later. But for now, the captain wants you to talk to the suspects in the brig. She didn't tell us why they were apprehended. I'm sure you know. This probably wasn't an oversight, Paul. I can't talk about it. I'm sorry. I'm sure the captain will share more information soon. Okay, you can help with that. Sergeants, I need to tell you about something I discovered while looking into Luis. His mother Zaina is staying in his bunk. She doesn't seem to be ill there. Maybe she should be evaluated by medical staff. What's wrong with her? She didn't remember things even when we just talked about them. She's living in her son's bunk. It seemed that way. Thank you for bringing this to our attention, Chief. We'll send someone over. Thank you. I mean, especially if her son's in prison. What's she gonna do? Like, being shut in there? It's not ideal. You'd think now he was locked up, he'd be like, yeah, we need to get her some help. Because, I mean, she's not going to eat while he's in the prison, is he? Is she? Okay, so we've got that sorted. Oh, it said I got a new message, didn't it? Chief, I saw you submitted some first results. Please refrain from confronting any potential suspects with your findings for now. Come to my office as soon as you're done with the second case. Okay. We don't know where the paper was taken from. That's what we need to find out. The caretaker. I don't know who the caretaker is. Is it you? Yeah. So you're maybe at the museum? Where am I in relation to where I want to be? Oh, I think I wanted to go up these stairs, didn't I? Yeah, so I need the pin. Where's the museum? There. Is it you? Good evening, Historian Baptiste. Chief, I hope you're going to enjoy this little presentation we've put together for tonight. I'll briefly talk about us as historians and our role in documenting the first steps our species will ever take on an exoplanet. It's only a century away, which is basically tomorrow in the grand scheme of things. Let me read a little excerpt from my script. Oh, that's okay, thank you. I'll hear it all in a minute anyway. Good. Do you know where the caretaker do be? Oh, what? Where's my cursor? Oh. Come to hear about the medical challenges that await us on new planets? You wouldn't believe the number of unexpected things that could wipe us out once we make contact with an entirely new ecosystem. We've never had an opportunity to build up an immunity to any of it. And conversely, we may just bring the next Black Death to Eurysthe's animal and plant population. Isn't that motivating? So where do I find the caretaker then? I might never find out if my solution was correct. It's the navigator's bunk. I'm kind of a bit stumped now. Maybe the maintenance room? How do I get there? Oh, I have to go down in that lift. Okay. The fast travel thing's nice, but it would be even nicer if I could fast travel directly to the place I want to be rather than only to the nearest train station. Yeah. Oh no, this is where I was before, right? Oh, wasn't there a button I could press to see stuff? Yeah. I should be pressing that, shouldn't I? I can't go in the maintenance room. Yeah. Yeah, the caretaker of the activities room. Maybe I just need to ask people about the activities room. Like, maybe this guy is the caretaker of the activities room. I don't know. No. Let me know if there's a patient you want to talk to. I guess I just need to go everywhere and look at all the things. Oh, I haven't seen that. Oh, that's what was missing. Caretaker Devon. Okay, is that who? I think that was who I was looking for anyway. Yes, it is. Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly. Will do. This goes for everyone watching too. Do those 3 things. You do them too, K-Wolf. So where is he? Residence area R1B is where he lives. But surely that's not where he is. So R1B is like there. We can go and see if he's there. Wait. Ah, I went the wrong way. Just going to press circle just all the time. No. It's R1A. It's R1B. Oh, are you Devon? Ha ha! Found him. Chief, what a surprise. Good evening, Devon. Ocean? Hey, Stella. I love that when I meet a new person, it's just like, evidence! Nice for you to swing by on arrival day. Are you coming to our event at the Earth Museum later? It was all Ocean. She planned and executed the whole thing. Dad. You did. You're always so humble. The installation is about the mission. About people's jobs on the Zephyr and Eurus D. Yes, right. You should come. I'll swing by. We look forward to seeing you there. Dad, we should get going ourselves. Okay, I need to get into the activities room. I know it's closed. I'd like to take a look around for an investigation. An investigation? Hope there isn't a problem with the room. I assure you we follow all the protocols very carefully. Don't worry, it's not about you or the activities room. I can't disclose any details at this point. Well, that's a relief. If you need to take a look around, I'm certainly happy to help. There's a keypad that opens the door. The code is my year of birth, 2480. Great. Nice. Excuse me? Is that not a thing I can... Is that not a problem? That the activities room is on fire? Are we not worried about that? Apparently not. Apparently all we care about is the paper leftovers. Yeah, maybe it is for marshmallows. But I would still worry slightly. Like, you don't want a fire on a spaceship, right? I would have thought. Might just be me being silly, of course. Maybe fires on spaceships are fine. 490 grams. I don't know where I put my pen. You have a pen, you'll do. 490 in activities room. And we can see, where was the list of what was recycled? Is it that? So we've accounted for... My notes are so rubbish. We've accounted for the 255. One of the two. There's a 260 of paper. There's two 255s. So we've accounted for the 260 and one of the 255s. So we need to know how much they get given, and then we'll be able to see if any was taken. I mean, hopefully there is a discrepancy here, because the other two places there were no discrepancies that I could find. So I'm hoping that by process of elimination this is where it was taken from. But maybe not. I still think that's... that feels problematic. Okay, let's go back and talk to him again. I'm just going to run there. It feels quicker than fast travelling. It's probably not quicker than fast travelling. No, because everything's... We found out last time that everything's electronic. So I don't think anyone could. I mean, I could be wrong. But we've been told that basically the paper has to have come from one of the stashes. Oh, come on. Can I ask you something, Caretaker Devon? I found a stack of paper in the activities room. Could you tell me what that's for? Paper? Oh yes. Some activities involve drawing and writing with pencils. It's part of the current theme, how things were done back on Earth. People can take scans home, of course. The used paper goes in the recycler when the week is over. Do you know how much paper was left today when you closed for the week? Oof, no idea, to be honest. You'd have to have a look at the remaining sheets. Yeah, I did that. Would you notice if anyone took a piece of paper with them? I probably wouldn't. I'm there to supervise whenever it's open, but it's a big place and there's always a lot going on. But I don't think anyone would break the rules. I don't see why they would. How much paper do you have at your disposal every week? Let me think. Aha! Yes. So I don't even need to do maths because the amount left over was the amount recycled was 255, and you can't do 490 and 255 and end up with a number ending in a 0. So I believe that we now know that the paper was taken from the activities room. Yeah, so now we need to report to the captain. I'm enjoying that it doesn't tell me straight away if we were right or wrong. Boo! Chief, I saw you submitted your results. The origin of the paper will have to wait. We first need to focus on the meeting at the arrival day event that was mentioned in the letter. The Earth Museum just opened its doors and the event's about to start. You suspect the letter was addressed to Luis after all. Good work. We'll bug him and send him in once you give us the go-ahead. Now listen closely. There will be people around the museum dressed in their work attire as part of the event. One of them must be the contact mentioned in the letter. Go to the event, have another look at everything we found out and tell us who. As soon as you've submitted your conclusions, we'll send the suspect in to talk to them and get more information. Keep your distance from that point on. Sergeant Adalrich will be talking you through all of it, but don't let people see your earpiece. If you arouse suspicion, or if our suspect talks to the wrong person, we might lose our chance to find out who is behind all this. Understood, Captain. So no pressure then. No pressure at all. So, we had a symbol on the letter, which I can't remember what it was. It was on this. Ah, okay. So that means it's a man? Presumably. And it's a category 2 profession. So we're looking for a man in a category 2 profession. And we need to go to the Earth Day thing. It's going to be quicker to walk. I don't know what a category 2 profession is. Okay, it's not just a black screen. We're standing by the next door, Chief. I hope you can hear me alright over the music. We assume the contact is one of the people in work attire. They prepared some kind of presentation. Let's try to make our move before it starts. Go over all the information you gathered to find out which of the participants our suspect is supposed to talk to. If you're not sure yet, talk to them and see if it narrows it down somehow. Be careful not to blow your cover. If they suspect you're onto them, they may no longer respond to the code word. Good luck, Chief. Once you submitted the file, we'll send the suspect in. You got this, Stell. What was the code word? Freedom. So do I want to mention freedom or do I want to not mention freedom? I guess not mention freedom. So it's a man in a category 2 position. Stella, it's a nice surprise. I didn't expect to see you here. Oh, you know, I thought it sounded interesting. That means a lot coming from an introvert like you. The event's about to start. It's all about how jobs on Zephyr will be useful on USD and how some will transform. Our presenters are dressed in their work attire already. Feel free to ask them anything you want. We also prepared this infographic right there with more information about the topic. We don't have time for this, Chief. Try to cut it short. I will. Check it out, I mean. Hope you have a good time. Happy Arrival Day. Happy Arrival Day. Right, category 2 jobs, engineers and programmers. Software and hardware use. Okay. So we're looking for someone who's an engineer or a programmer or some such. Evening, Chief. Sorry, I need to practice my speech right now. I'm very nervous. As a biologist, I not only do take care of, I do not only take care of, that's it. So you're a biologist, so no. Programmer Aaron, you're part of the event as well? Yeah, I volunteered to talk about some of the programming challenges that will face us once we approach, the real Arrival Day. Well, not us. More like my future kid's future kid. But it's important that I have an understanding of it today. Won't technology change a fair bit over the next 100 years? It does all the time, but I keep up with Earth's yearly updates. Just recently started working my way through some literature they sent us with this year's Arrival Day package. I see. It's nice that you're so passionate about it. So it could be you. Dear visitors, thank you so much for coming to Earth Museum on this very special Arrival Day. We have invited important people from across the population to share insights into their jobs and the role they play in the mission. Hope it will fill you with the same pride and determination that my daughter felt when putting it all together. The presentation will begin shortly. In the meantime, feel free to chat and mingle with each other and our exciting volunteers. So he is our prime suspect so far. Engineer Giraldo. Now there's an outfit I've never seen before. That's no surprise. I don't often have an opportunity to put it on. So you're a suspect too. It's designed for the vacuum of space. I most often put it on in the outer hull, but I've engaged some rare EVA as well. The background of this game and the ship. So we're basically a colony arc. We're like 33 years into the mission. The mission's going to take another 100 years. We are zooming through space to colonize a new planet, essentially. So nobody who's currently on the ship is going to make it to the new planet. But yeah. And our dad was the, chief of security. And then he got murdered dead. Which we are covering up from the general population because we don't want people to know that there's a murderer running around on board. But obviously that's going to be something that we'll investigate at some point, I'm assuming. But for now, we've forgotten about that. And we're investigating this dissident stuff. I most often put it on in the outer hull. Oh, an Arrival Day is the anniversary. It's weird to say anniversary. It's the anniversary of the day that we're gonna land in 100 years' time. I most often put it on in the outer hull, but I've engaged in some rare EVA as well. Due to my special training, I'm often referred to as an astronaut here on the ship. But to everybody back on Earth, we're all technically astronauts here. Okay, so you're possible. Fancy seeing you here, Chief. Came to learn something about our future jobs. Well, human reproduction sounds interesting. We aren't very involved with the fun part, I'm sorry to say. But if you have questions about concocting fetuses from two genetic donors and raising them in an artificial womb, being in space makes this a little harder, but not all that much as long as we have artificial gravity. Okay, so I think it's either you or you, and I don't know how we judge between. Talk to one of the job representatives. Mention the word freedom. Ah, the symbol on this letter will be on their uniform. Okay. But I can't... Can't really see their uniforms that closely. So they might not be a man, they've just got the symbol on their uniform. And these close-up shots don't help me. Is there any other clues? No. What are we thinking? I don't really want to talk to them about any of my evidence, because won't they clam up then? That's me! Okay. And it says, oh, the 3 lines is the symbol on the letter. Okay. So that I thought that was like something that was redacted. The 3 lines is the symbol on the letter. Not necessarily in that colour. They are male, presumably because of that. Okay, so it's definitely one of the 2. Have you got 2 lines? You've got 3 lines, you've got 3 lines. You've got 3 lines. Okay, so it's him. Where's he? I got an achievement for so far so good, have a good start at the new job, so I don't know if that means that I got it right. Report received. Looks like you've identified a possible contact. We'll send our suspect in to strike up a conversation. Step away to give them some privacy, but Sergeant, you're cutting out. Sergeant? Everybody stay calm. I'm sure it's just a... Well, shit. He did say he doesn't wear it often. On that cliffhanger, it's time for a break. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. It's Because of the open flame. It probably was, yeah. I still think that's a bad thing. Anyway, it's time for a break. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Power poles can be used to connect multiple buildings to the same power grid. It literally tells me on my screen how to do the thing that I didn't know how to do. My brain really doesn't do thinking good when I'm ill, does it? Oh, God. I'm scared to look. I'll shout you out. Danberg is awesome and falls off platforms in hell slightly less often than I do. And you should go give them a watch. I can't watch them very much because they live in a stupid country with stupid time zones. But you might also live in a stupid country with stupid time zones, and you might be able to watch them even if I can't. How's that, Dan? Right, where did I need to swim? Like here? What are you? Can't get you. Ooh! I got eaten by a shark. Oh! Do it! I definitely need to put a timeout on that one. It's only DC 2. No. No! No!
You feel yourself repulsed as the doors of his mind slam shut.
That'll do.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Hooray! I'm useful!
Hello. So. What? Where am I? Chief! Good to have you back. How do you feel? Dr. Destina, my head hurts. What happened? The ring had a malfunction. You were flung into the wall, like almost everyone. But you were lucky. No concussions or anything. What are you saying? Is the ship alright? I'm not sure. We're still waiting for an official statement from the captain. It was like the power suddenly went out and then the whole ship rebooted. What's the situation? How serious are people's injuries? We can barely keep up, to be honest. I mean, if every single person on board the ship is injured, that's a lot of people. Many people were hurt, some are in critical condition. And, who died? Not everyone made it. Oh yeah, our faces all beaten up. I've only just noticed that. Who? Mina, Federico, Nadia, and Elias, so far. Secretary Elias? I'm so sorry, we did what we could. Some people are still in a critical condition and a few are missing. How long was I out? They brought you in about 8 hours ago. Fuck. I have to go to the bridge, talk to the captain. From a medical perspective, it would make sense if you... I don't have the time to rest. I need to find out what happens.
As soon as I was back on my feet, I checked my PDA and found a message from the captain. She wanted me to come see her on the bridge. I decided to take the long way around the ring and assess the damage on my way.
I'm not doing this. We are cutscened.
Broken objects were scattered everywhere. Some walls were covered in fresh dents and splattered liquids. A large chunk of the population had been injured. Once or twice I believed to catch someone glancing at me. I was ashamed that I hadn't been around to help everyone right after the incident. I wanted to say something to the people, but instead I lowered my head and picked up the pace. My sense of balance was off. I tripped and almost fell multiple times. Finally, I made it to the bridge and, to my relief, immediately spotted my sergeants and the captain in relatively good shape.
Chief. I'm assuming people would be mad at her because she's head of security, and there would probably be security issues, or people think that like if there's a major incident and the police aren't around. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Or maybe people think she caused it by not... Like, if people think it was sabotage or something? I don't know. I guess people have got to be mad at someone. Because you want to be mad at someone when shit happens. Captain, Talia, sergeants, what happens? We're still evaluating the situation. Something caused a power outage across the entire ship. This caused the ring to slow down and stop temporarily. It spun back up within less than a minute, but the resulting force was massive. It left many injured and some dead. However, the ship itself does not seem to have sustained any critical damage. There's some issues, however. For one, the navigation system isn't back online yet. The navigators are working on it. A major waterline was damaged, flooding the inner hull sections C and D. We've had to seal them off until the engineers report back. We don't know what caused the power outage. We need answers fast so I can address the population. I'm counting on you to find them, Chief. With all due respect, Captain, this sounds like a rather technical question. The engineers are working out the technical side of things. However, we cannot rule out foul play. Do you really think someone would... That's what I want you to find out. Sergeant Paul, you already collected some relevant information? Yes, Captain. There are 4 power nodes on the ship, 1 in each section of the inner hull. Chief, you've been granted clearance to enter these rooms. However, as the captain mentioned, inner hull C and D are currently inaccessible. The ship-wide outage was actually a chain reaction originating at one of the 4 nodes. If we can find out which power node was the first to go out, we're a lot closer to identifying the cause of the outage. Got it. One more thing. According to our logs, a ship-wide alarm went off after the first 2 nodes failed. Maybe this can help us reconstruct the timeline. So what you're saying is, 2 nodes went out, then the alarm started, lastly the other 2 nodes failed. Correct, but none of them went out at the exact same time. It all happened in quick succession. That's all we know so far. About our sting operation that was cut short before the incident. There's no doubt that Engineer Luis was exchanging these suspicious letters. He was interrogated again by enforcers while you were incapacitated. It seems like he truly doesn't know anything relevant yet. His first in-person contact was... Oh, excuse me. Was yet to take place. We placed him back in the brig for the time being. And about the contact at the event. It seems you were right about Engineer Geraldo. Yes. He disappeared in the turmoil and hasn't resurfaced yet. Maybe he decided to go into hiding after seeing our presence at the Earth Museum. The enforcers are out looking for him. If there's nothing else, you should get to work now. There is something, Captain. I'm so sorry about Secretary Elias. He was a good man. Thank you. He was. Dismissed. Alright. Okay, we've got... Oh, Geraldo. Geraldo's messaged us. I saw you at the event, and I just knew you got on my trail somehow. I'm sorry I can't take part in the rescue and cleanup efforts that are probably ongoing right now. I decided it would be best if I lay low for a little while. When we see each other again, you will have to pick a side. It would be the first choice in your life you actually get to make for yourself. Think about it. You report to my mum's security. Are you mental? They stuffed her in the psych wards right away. What the hell did you expect happened? Fix this. That's where she needs to be, my dude. Are you okay? What the hell happened? I'm outside my bunk right now. Please come see me if you can. Still, please contact me as soon as you're awake. You were covered in blood and unresponsive when we found you at the Earth Museum. Dr. Yaha assured me you'd be fine, but I'm really worried. Needless to say, our sting operation was unsuccessful. Okay. So, we need to... I guess we just need to go everywhere. Talk to everybody. Look at everything. Find out what's going on. I don't even know where on the ship I am right now. Oh, and we've got some new places we can go to. Cool. Navigation room, which we can't go in. There's a new place this way as well, though. Excuse I. Conference room. Right. Have we got any other new places? Yes, we have. Quite a lot of new places. Awesome. So, my plan is just to mooch around the entire ship and see what we can see. Pressing circle. It's not even circle, it's square. As I go. To make sure we don't miss anything. I'm in the captain's office and the captain isn't here. Oh no. Everything's all broken. I'm not allowed in what is technically my own bunk. It's a bit weird. Chief Stella, what can I do for you? Just checking in, how are the enforcers doing? Some equipment got damaged, but injuries tend to be minor thanks to our armour. The lockers and supplies are quite the mess, you can see. I'm about to clean them up. Are the weapons and armour all functional? I can't say for sure until I went through it all, but they seem largely unscathed, just in disarray. Good, thank you for your report. Okay. Oof. It's going to take a lot of work to get the place back to normal, I guess. Okay, so my bunk's up there. We should go check on our cat. Chi-Chi? Chi-Chi! Fuck. Looks like she ran away again. Maybe the door was open during the incident. She was probably really scared. I hope she's alright. I have to keep an eye out and bring her back. That is our most important, task. Chi-Chi! Alright, K-Wolf, thanks for stopping by. See you soon. Okay. Chi-Chi! There you are. Come here, girl. What's the matter? Where are you going? Ugh, great. She must be really scared. I'll run into her again. It's probably going to take a few attempts to calm her down. Stella, what the hell's going on? Luis, why did you throw me back in here? Luis, I had nothing to do with that decision. I got knocked out cold. I know, I was there. I'm glad you're back on your feet. But I want to see what's going on out there. I want to help. You're the first person to come in here today. Can you please let me out? I won't go against my sergeants on this. I know you were cooperating, but this whole ordeal is far from resolved. Fine. Can I at least get my rations? I'm starving. Of course. I'm sorry they're keeping you waiting. There's a lot going on. I'm putting a notice out right away. Have you heard from Xena? They told me she's okay. Good. Luis, I need you to stay put here. We're working things out as fast as possible. If you know anything that could speed up our investigation, now's the time to tell me. I told you everything. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Chi-Chi, why'd you run away from me? Come here, I'll bring you back home. Chi-Chi, wait! God damn it. Next time. Darren, don't touch that. You said we're picking up everything from the floor. Not the cut cables, you'll get yourself electrocuted. Can I help you, Chief? Actually, you can help me. Darren, the Chief said she's going to lock you away if you touch that again. Nuh-uh. She did. Some help, we are. We should go back to the lab soon. On the other hand, Darren hasn't been this excited about a task in a while. Okay, can I talk to Darren? Guess not. Oh, maybe I should go up here and have a look-see. The door's broken. This place is such a maze. I don't think there is a way to, like, systematically go through everything. Oh, now we're properly investigating. Node B name display, power rod B. Tejan. Broken PDA. Okay. Someone was hurt in power node B. A lone broken PDA smeared with blood. I found it on the floor. Someone seems to have lost it in power node room at the inner hull B. It looks really banged up and there are traces of blood on it. Tejan is responsible for power node B. Large rod at the centre of the power node room in inner hold B. I have no idea if it currently does anything as the screens are busted. However, I found a small display listing the person in charge. Okay, cool. That's how we know. Tiny display on the machine in power node B. Engineer Tejan. And then these are all just the rooms that we found. Okay. Can't go in there because it's flooded. Thank you. Oh hey, did you say something? It's so loud in here. The recyclers are chewing through a lot of debris and broken stuff right now. No, I didn't say anything. What? Sorry, you have to speak up if you need anything. Hope you don't mind that I keep trying to stop this thing from overheating. Yeah, do you know... No. You know nothing. Okay. Navigator Noelia, Engineer Eric, what are the two of you doing down here? Hey Chief, just trying to get to the bottom of the problem with the navigation. The system isn't letting us do things we should be able to do. Why are you fixing it here? We hit a wall attempting to fix it up in the navigation room, so now we're trying something more fundamental down here. Quite complicated to explain, it's a shot in the dark, honestly. Well, fingers crossed. Chi-Chi, stop! This one's on me, I definitely scared her away. I need to take a different approach next time. Am I going to need to find, like, some cat food or something? Is Chi-Chi even a cat? I don't know what Chi-Chi is. Nice. Leading up to the outage, the log says all power nodes running okay, malfunction detected, 1 node off grid, 2 nodes off grid, alarm started, 3 nodes off grid. So A shut down last. Okay. We know that much. I should write that down, because I'll forget. Have I lost my notepad now? It's a huge bloody thing. There it is. Ooh. Right. Node A shuts down last. Wait, did I check this side? Yes, I did. Engineer Farid, what's the status down here? Actually, we got through the power outage more or less unscathed here in the network area. It took a while for everything to boot back up, but it seems operational. We're still running diagnostics, but it's looking good. Seems like Arjun and Tejan got hurt though. I heard, I'm sorry. Programmer Aaron, everything alright down here? The network area sustained minimum damage from the outage, so that's good. But our colleagues in the power nodes were both brought to the hospital. I couldn't reach either of them, seems like they don't have access to their PDAs. I hope they'll recover very soon, I'm sure they will. Everybody seems to be really tight down here. We've all pulled each other out of various dangerous places by the legs at some point. I see. That tends to bond people. Ah, so you might know about that. No, you don't. We can't go in there. Okay. Where haven't we been? We haven't been to the residential areas. So let's go. We all know humans have destroyed their planet in a number of ways, which is why we set out to destroy a brand new one. One of those ways being the climate catastrophe we've all heard so much about. But how many of you have actually read through Earth's materials on its history? Not another drunken public history lesson. Well, I've read everything on the subject, including the stuff between the lines. One of the biggest lies ever told to the people of Earth was that each one of them was personally responsible for protecting their planet. I mean, this was technically true, just not in the way people were led to believe. The powers that be convinced everyone they had to adjust their personal lifestyles to protect the Earth's fragile ecosystem. But it was just a diversion from everyone's real responsibility, holding the powers that be responsible instead. I don't disagree with that. Like, one person's... Whether I personally recycle or not, in the grand scheme of things, is going to have zero impact on Earth. Like, I am so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. It's the powers that be and the systems and governments and corporations that need to get their act together first, I think. I mean, still recycle. It doesn't hurt. But it's not like me recycling is not going to save the Earth. No amount of individual action could put a dent in the problem. Pushing for systematic change was the only real way to avoid the crisis. But individual action offered people an out, the illusion of being part of the solution, not the problem. People think, oh, I do my recycling, I'm good. Not only did it provide them with a clean conscience, but also a reason to feel superior to their neighbour who didn't do as much. Divide and conquer, all part of the plan hatched by those in power. I don't know if it's a plan. I don't know how far I believe in conspiracy theories. You know, there's few who could actually affect change if only they didn't profit way too much off the status quo. But I guess people on Earth at least got some voting rights along with all their supposed responsibilities. Thank you for this fascinating look into Earth's history, Michio. Now if you could get off that counter before you fall and get hurt. Is that a threat, Chief? Of course not. Being concerned for your safety is quite literally my job. Sounds more like your job is to quite literally control me. Fine, do what you want. If you fall on your thick skull and end up wasting our medical resources, then what, Chief? Oof. I forgot to be doing that. Why is there, like, water trickling from there? Oh, hello. Stella! I'm so glad to see you up on your feet again. I heard you were at the hospital. Just some scratches and a headache, it seems. I'm glad to see you're alright too. The same can't be said about my bunk, unfortunately. Looks like a pipe burst during the incident. I found it completely flooded when I got here. That sucks. Is help on the way? I'm waiting for Engineer Tonio, but apparently he's fixing something at the Earth Museum first. Should I tell him it's urgent when I see him? Thank you, but it won't make a difference. Everything's drenched anyway. Alright. I have to get back to work. There's a million things going on right now. Of course. At least you can do something about the situation, it seems. I feel a little useless right now. Can't really fix the ship or the people. As soon as I let Tonio into my bunk, I'll go and look for an opportunity to help clean up. You do something important every day, teaching the youth. Don't worry. If you say so. Bum, bum, bum. Oopsie. Teachers for the win, indeed. Not that I'm biased at all, given that I used to be one. But yeah, teachers are awesome. And deserve way more than they get. So we can go mooch around in here again. Not that there's anything to look at. Oh, hello. Teacher Mariola, Teacher Simon, how are you holding up? I don't know why she's got cheese on her head. That's the only thing. Chief, we're still in shock, but physically okay. We just finished going around the bunks to check on all the kids. Seems like they're well accounted for, thankfully. Most of them are actually in better spirits than I thought. Safekeeping. I mean, it probably is the best place to keep your cheese. I guess they haven't depleted all their optimism yet. That's dark, Chief. Sorry. Do I want to go through there? I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. Oh, it's stairs. Ash's bunk, but I can't go in there. Okay, so if I go down and then reproduction ward. So we don't actually do the sex. We make the babbies and then give them to their parents. I mean, that kind of makes sense if you're repopulating the Earth. If you're recolonizing, if you are colonizing a new planet, is what I'm meaning to say. Then I guess you don't want to leave stuff up to chance? Janitor Rose, are you home? This is Chief of Security Stella. Yes, dear, come right in. My door's always open. Nice. Yeah, I guess you don't want to leave things up to chance? But still feels a bit, I don't know. I just ran into her apartment, looked around the place, and then ran straight out again. Okay, stay cool. Oh, there's Chi-Chi! 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 God damn it. Fuck. Okay, that was probably creepy. Adjutant, I barely dare ask, but did the VATS sustain any damage? VATS? We had a close call in here, Chief. A couple of them, actually. As you can see, a few VATS were toppled over and cracked open. The fetuses weren't injured by the initial fall, but they can't survive for long in an empty vat. Luckily, I made it back here within minutes of the incident. Nutrition solution was already spreading all over the floor, and I sprang into action. Seems like I was able to transfer all fetuses to intact VATS in time. They're all in stable condition now. I just hope they didn't get contaminated with anything dangerous in the process. You're a hero, do you know that? Just doing my part. We create all these fetuses, that makes it our job to protect them with all we got. If we expect them to serve the mission one day, we need to serve them now. True. Are you in there, little fetus? In 9 months will you come greet us? I will buy you some Adidas. Whereas most people on Earth are carried to term by their biological mother, natural pregnancies are avoided on the Zephyr in favour of breeding vats. Every parent-to-be may freely choose the genetic material of their offspring from a vast database of preserved genetic material from Earth. They may also choose to use DNA of their own and or with their consent that of another person on the ship. Oh. So it's like Build-A-Bear workshop, but Build-A-Baby workshop. Interesting. Like I say, I don't like the idea, but it kind of makes sense. Please, Destina, I'm sorry I can't. I was also stretched too thin already. It also means that a mother-to-be is not having to be the incubator for the baby, so you don't necessarily need a mother. Like, a single father could have a baby, or a gay couple could have a baby, but also the mother is able to carry out their duties all the while the baby's cooking. And there's no risk to the mother from the pregnancy. That's not a bad idea. We can't help with your pet when human lives are on the line. He's not just a pet to me, he's family. Stella, you have to back me up here. I need medicine for Kimmy. The codex states clearly that our medicine is only meant for humans in the first place. Be grateful for the exceptions we made in the past. We cannot afford to make another one today. You can't bring animals on board a ship and not care for them. Yeah, you should give them medicine. Please. Thank you, thank you. Fine, but you're obeying the consequences if we run out, Chief. Go pick them up at the front desk, Leona. I have to get back to work. Okay, thank you so much. Excuse me, can I ask you something? Yes, of course. Are you the Chief? Oh, yes I am. And you're Elliot, right? Eric's son. That's so cool, you're Chief. I want to be Chief someday. Well, can I? Seems like people do what their parents did. Well, Elliot, your dad's an engineer. It's a very important role and we need you to take over for him one day. I'm sure you'll do a fantastic job. What are you doing here anyway, Elliot? Did you get hurt? Because the thing when the lights went out? No, I only have some scratches. I need to see Dr. Yaha because of my condition. Your condition? She gives me medicine every other day or else I can't breathe right. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. She always tells me new stories so it doesn't get boring. On that note, she's waiting for you in the examination room. Okay, goodbye, Chief. Poor boy. What's his diagnosis exactly, if I may ask? It's a complex problem we didn't really have back on Earth. He would probably be completely fine in a planetary atmosphere. It's a genetic disease we dubbed interstellar dystrophy. A handful of people on the ship are affected. Is there nothing we can do? I'm afraid not. We tried everything we could think of. We were hoping for some breakthrough research from Earth in this year's Arrival Day transmission, but we were disappointed. Okay. Engineer Tijan. Oh, Chief. How do you feel? Had better days for sure. I was at work when the ring slammed me into the wall and I blacked out. Did it really come to a full stop? I'll get back down to the power node as soon as I can to run some diagnostics. Do you have an idea what happens? That's what I'm trying to find out. You haven't heard anything about Arjun, have you? No, what do you mean? I think I saw them wheel him into one of the rooms over there earlier. He seemed really hurt. But I'm not completely sure. I was still a little out of it. I'll see if I can find him. One more thing. I believe some power nodes in the inner hull are manned and some are unmanned. Correct. I'm working B and D. Arjun's is... Oh, I'm working B and D is Arjun's. A and C are unmanned. Does it make any difference I should be aware of? Only the unmanned nodes provide a readout of recent activity. Arjun and I can tell you what went down in the other two. Okay, so what did go down in the other two? That's my PDA, or rather was, from the looks of it. Must have gotten smashed when I hit the wall. I'll get back to the power node as soon as possible and see if it still works. Yeah, about that. About these large rods in the middle of the power node rooms. They receive and distribute the power to the respective part of the ship. The two unmanned ones provide a log of all nodes' recent activity. If the screen on a rod is black, does that mean the node is inactive or broken? Not necessarily. They're frequently turned off and may break or get disconnected independently. Right now, the rods in all four nodes are certainly back up and running. How do you know? Because no parts of the ship are currently unpowered, from what I've heard. It was pitch black in the room as soon as my node failed. A warning popped up on screen and suddenly it went out entirely. Did you catch what it said? It reported a node failure, or maybe multiple. Okay, so B wasn't first. One or more nodes fell before yours. Correct. Do you know anything else about the order of events during the power outage? I'm afraid not, Chief. Okay. Oh. I found this little display saying that you work at Power Node B. That's right. Is there anything more specific you want to ask me about? Apparently not. No, I don't think there is. Hi! Doctor-patient confidentiality can go fuck itself. So I can't get into the intensive care room. I don't want to be in here. I need to get into the intensive care room to find Arjun. Is that his name? But let's explore the rest of the place first. Chi-Chi! What the hell is your problem? Got angry again, my bad. I could ask about... No, Sonara, I'm looking for Engineer Xena. Is she here? She is, but her condition isn't great. Physical or mental? I meant physical, but her mental state isn't great either. Is it possible for me to talk to her? Go ahead, see if she's awake. I'm unlocking the doors to the hallway into her room. Please don't upset her or take too long. I promise nothing. Xena, are you awake? Stella, what a nice surprise. How are you holding up? I've been better. I have a headache. Were you hurt during the accident? Accident? I don't think she's going to have any useful information about anything. About Luis. He's such a good boy, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't. I'm not allowed to go to the laboratories or the farm. That's sad. I'm looking for the intensive care room. It's right over there, the rightmost door. Is there any way I could get access for a moment? It's for an investigation. I guess so, but please don't put anybody in there under any additional stress. I won't, thank you. I won't, thank you! Is that you, Doc? No, it's Chief Stella. Chief, sorry, I can't see all that well right now. That's alright. Hope your eye's back to normal soon. So do I. The doc's not so sure. Right. I'm trying to trace where the power outage originated. There were large rods with screens on them down in the power node rooms. Can you tell me anything about them that would help me with my case? Sounds like you already found the display node A that logs all nodes' activities. If you want to know what went down in node B, you'll have to ask Tejan. All I know is the alarm started blaring, then the lights turned off, and I was flung into a wall. I woke up all wet with a searing pain in my eye. At first I thought I was bleeding like crazy, but most of it was actually water from a burst pipe. By that point, gravity was back, the emergency lights were on, and all the doors worked again. To be honest, I didn't have another look at the screen before I left to seek medical attention. Did you notice any notifications prior to your node turning off? I must have missed them because the alarm doesn't start for nothing. I assume at least 2 nodes failed before mine. So, you heard the alarm before it failed, so I think that means the order must be... And hang on, you were node... Are you node C or D? D. So I think it must be C was first, and then D, and then... No. C, then B, and then D, because the alarm happened after 2 went down. And then last would be A. So I think it's CBDA. So I think the first node that went out is C. Chief, I saw you submitted your results. Good work. I forwarded them to Sergeant Paul. Let's hope it helps. Yeah, let's. Go to your bunk and try and get some rest. My bunk? Captain, there's nothing else you can do at the moment. It's important you be back to full health as soon as possible. We'll evaluate your results now. I'll call you immediately if anything of importance happens in the meantime. Understood, Captain. Okay, so... Is there anywhere else that we haven't investigated yet? Yeah, these 2 places. But it wouldn't let me go to them. Weird. Ah, but I can get to the top one via there. So let's try that. Which floor is it? Yes, this floor. Whoops. Nope. What the... Stella? Don't move! Stella, calm down. What are you doing in my bunk, Ava? I'm sorry, I think this is a big misunderstanding. My place got completely wrecked when the thing happened. I was told this bunk was empty and I could stay here until everything was sorted out. So I was granted access. Oh, yeah, I see. I was supposed to move into the chief's bunk weeks ago. I guess that's why they thought this one was free. Sorry for jumping at you like this. I'm a little paranoid due to recent events. It's okay, everything's fine. I'm sorry for the confusion. I'll tell Richard I need another bunk. No, wait. You can stay in my dad's bunk. It's right above mine. That's nice of you. Thanks. I'll request access. Of course. How are you holding up, Stella? About as well as you'd think. Everything's a shit show and I feel responsible for fixing it. And you? I'm fine. Listen, you don't need to bear all that responsibility alone. I think there are better ways we could... I'm really sorry, but I'm getting a call. I think it's the captain. Oh, I'll get out of your hair. Sorry for the intrusion. I'll be upstairs if you want to talk, okay? Thank you, Ava. We didn't find Chi-Chi, though. Captain? Oh, she actually was getting a call. I thought she was like, yeah, I'm getting a call. Chief, I'm afraid there's no time to rest after all. Please come and see me at the conference room on the bridge as soon as you can. Did you find out what caused the outage? Let's talk in person. Captain Talia, I came as fast as I could. Thank you, Chief. Why are we meeting here? I need to talk to you alone. The sergeants evaluated your assessment of the power outage. You were right. Ha ha! Power node C started the chain reaction. Knowing this, we were able to determine the reason. The ship's engine has been turned on. What? The ship was not equipped to perform a maneuver without any preparation. The engine hasn't been used in over 30 years. Perform a maneuver? We've changed course. The engines are still running. We're slowly accelerating and changing our trajectory. Why? Why aren't we changing it? Because the navigators are locked out of their own system. At first they were completely unable to even boot it up. Now they can see what's happening, but they're unable to do anything. What kind of glitch? It's not a glitch. The system's been hacked. The program's maneuver will end tomorrow. Once it's complete, we will be headed towards a different star. A different star? Why? What's there? Nothing. But it's a lot closer. We would be entering its gravitational pull in just about 3 years. Can we course correct back to Eurus tomorrow if the maneuver is finished? We don't know yet if the system will let us back in at that point. But even if it does, it will be too late. We'll need almost all the fuel we still have to decelerate. If we allow the ongoing maneuver to finish, we won't have enough fuel to course correct and to brake. We would be able to do just one. We either arrive at the wrong star or we overshoot the right one. Chief, I need you to understand what this means. The maneuver was only possible in a very small window of time. This is a premeditated sabotage of the mission that may have been planned for years. Whoever did this not only has intimate knowledge of our systems, they were also able to calculate and perform a complex maneuver. Do you think they knew it would cause this disastrous power outage? Maybe not. That part did not need to happen for their plan to succeed. It seems more like an accidental byproduct. There's a complex series of steps we usually have to take to prepare an engine start. The hacker either didn't know about that, or they weren't able to pull it off for lack of time, skill, accomplices. Whatever the reason, we believe they were hoping the maneuver would stay undetected for as long as possible. The engine's set to a very gentle burn. The change in gravity is almost unnoticeable. But there are signs of our sideways momentum that people will notice eventually. Slanted water in a tank, a ball rolling down the hall, people tripping over their feet. Oh, I thought my balance was off because of head trauma. Listen, Chief, this will be the most important assignment of your career. Our navigators are trying everything to regain control over the engine, but they would not give me any assurances. The hacker is the only person who knows how to undo this. You need to find them and make them talk before it's too late. If we do not course correct by the same time tomorrow, our mission fails. Do we have any leads whatsoever? The hack might have been perpetrated by the dissidents we were already investigating. The timing cannot be coincidental. Talk to your sergeants at the security office to follow up on this. But we do have another lead. The perpetrator must have been at the navigation room to go through with the attack. In fact, they must have been there in the minutes right before the power went out. There are no signs of forced entry, so our prime suspects are the people who have access to the room. This includes navigators Noella, Orland, and Joseph, and at least some of them should be there right now. Engineers Eric and Asher also have access, but I don't know their status or whereabouts since the incident. I've granted you access to the navigation room. Have a look around in there and talk to the navigators. They know I'm briefing you right now and are instructed to help, but don't forget that we can't rule them out as suspects. Outside of them and your sergeants, you're to keep the contents of this entire meeting to yourself. Understood? Understood, Captain. That will be all. Let me know immediately when you make any progress. I will.
As I exited the conference room, 1,000 questions started forming in my head. If the hacker's sole intention had been to divert the ship, why did they specifically set course to the Otis system? Were they planning to orbit the star for the rest of time? I immediately felt that Talia wasn't telling me the whole truth, but I knew that prying would have been pointless. She had a habit of tightly controlling the flow of information, and in most instances it was probably wise and well-intentioned. I would get my answers soon enough anyway.
Presumably. I mean, I'm wondering if there's a planet there and they want to not be on a ship their whole life, which is fair. Okay. Right, well, we're in it now, guys. At some point we might find out who killed our dad, but I mean, apparently that's not important. Did the captain tell you everything? We were all in the navigation room earlier when they found out about the course change. Talia almost didn't want to share it with anyone at all until I convinced her to talk to you about it at the very least. I feel like she's been losing over the past weeks. William's death, then her own son gets put in the psych ward, and now Elias. Her son's in the psych ward. Interesting. The powers that be keeping secrets. Well, there are some things that would just cause panic if people knew. And also, if you tell everybody everything, it might make your investigation harder. Like, I think everybody should know everything eventually, but not necessarily while stuff's going on. Maybe? I don't know. It needs smarter brains than me to work it all out. Right then. No, I can't do anything in here. Okay. Chi-Chi! I'm really not sure what to do with you. What's the problem? Don't you want to go back? I guess that's a no. Oh, this is the navigation room. That was the bridge. Alright, folks. What's been going on in here, then? Navigator Joseph, how are things going? Chief, I'm so sorry about this whole mess. We're still locked out of our system. Someone must have done this on purpose. We'll continue trying to regain control, but it's proving to be very complicated. Good luck. Please contact the sergeants immediately if you make any progress. I will, Chief. Do you have any idea what went down in here leading up to the incident? I'm sorry, Chief. I hadn't been in here for hours prior to the attack. I was out celebrating Arrival Day. Can anyone corroborate that? Engineer Ferrid and I were talking to Dr. Yaha when the power outage happened and in the hour leading up to it. So you weren't in here at all that day? As far as I know, no one was supposed to be in here that day. Thank you, Navigator Joseph. What's that? A pack of painkillers is lying under the table. They're prescribed to Teacher Simon. How did they get here? Ooh, suspicious. Navigator Orland, have you had any success regaining control over your systems? Not yet. And a teacher would be smart enough to do all those things. Teachers have got big brains. Can I ask you some questions about the events that transpired here around the time of the power outage? Afraid not, Chief. What? Why not? I believe we haven't formally met since you inherited your father's job. Didn't answer his questions, won't answer yours. Why? I have my reasons. It's a long story. Do you know what the stakes are right now? I can't help but feel like you might be involved in this mess. If you want to clear your name, you better start answering my questions now. Tell you what, Chief, maybe we got off on the wrong foot here. You're not your old man, so maybe this is my chance that someone will finally look into this for me. What are you talking about? I was framed for a crime 20 years ago. I originally joined the mission as a farmer. After the verdict, I was barred from working another day in my job. I was forced to swap places with a navigator. I wasn't allowed to see my biological child anymore. I feel like a farmer and a navigator have very different skill sets. They all failed me. The crew, security, William. That's why I won't help you. So you want me to reopen the case, clear my name? Even if I wanted to, you haven't given me a lot to go by. I don't even know what you were charged with. Ask Sergeant Adelrich. He had a front row seat when it all went down. Fine. I'll give him a call and see what we can do. We're in cutscene mode again. Yes, Chief? Sergeant, I'm in the navigation room looking into the power outage. I just had a chat with Navigator Orland. He's not answering my questions. He said he'll talk to me if we open a case from... Is he serious? I'm afraid so. Now? He wants us to reopen his case now? Sounded like he's been wanting this for a long time, but he sees an opportunity now. Chief, this will take a while to look into. Maybe I'll find something. Just send me the old file. If you wish, but in my professional opinion, we shouldn't spend too much time on this. But I love a side quest! I'll send you a message and attach the case records. So you know what this is about? There's only one case he could be talking about. Well, two, but they're connected. You'll see. One more thing. If you're really going to look into this, you'll need access to the farm. I'm granting it to you now. Yay! It's above the hospital in the bio area. You can reach it by the elevator. Thank you, Sergeant. Ooh. Yes, we found some painkillers. We need to go talk to Teacher Simon. Right. The fastest farmer Orland was found guilty of using an explosive to gain access to his ex-partner Zena's bunk in the residential area. Oh! During a custody battle over their biological child, Louise. The most damning piece of evidence was fertilizer used in the makeshift explosive only accessible to Farmer Orland and his colleague who had an alibi. My dad was chief at the time. Sergeant Adelrich was his right-hand man. Orland was found guilty and transferred to the navigation room where he no longer has access to dangerous chemicals. He was also put under a temporary restraining order against Zena and Louise. Ooh, the thought plickens. Fertilizer. Okay. Navigator Joseph claims he was in the residential area with Engineer Foden, Dr. Yaha. Okay. And we've got painkillers, and we've got a farm. Cool. Well, this is another cliffhanger that we will see more about in a couple of minutes. I'll see you then. Power poles can be used to connect multiple buildings to the same power grid. It literally tells me on my screen how to do the thing that I didn't know how to do. My brain really doesn't do thinking good when I'm ill, does it? Oh, God. I'm scared to look. But every time I do that, no, yeah, it leads to a dead end. Oh, that's not a dead end. That's a person.
First to come this way.
Cool. Discover your knowledge vault. Is that what we call my brain now? Maybe that's what I need to start calling my brain. This is my knowledge vault, right up here. No. There's a house. Okay. Ah! Okay. We're good. We're good. Amazingly, Euclid's still on my lap. He thought about leaving. What? Don't know what her problem is. Is that what people are like in America?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh my god, it actually worked. Whoopsie.
I didn't think that would work.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna work either. Oh my god.
What?
Ball gang. It's been fun.
Okay, now this makes more sense. Let's go. I don't know what any keys are.
Why don't my parents understand that I can't live without music? Music for me is like a path to a different world. It's impossible to live without it. Without music, the boredom is unbearable. Problems are easier to solve if you see life like playing a game.
Whoa!
Now that's better. After all, anything is possible.
Such the UK off of you and Lilith, so.
Hello, I'm back. Right, so we've got things to investigate now, haven't we? Where are we? Yeah, we need to talk to our guys. We need to talk to Luis about his dad. I don't know if his mum is worth talking to. Hey up, folks. Sergeants, Captain Talia said you would clue me in about our next steps. Yes, Chief. You suspected that paper was being stolen from the activities room at the museum, so we had Engineer Isaac surveil their recycler specifically. This morning he informed us that an unusually large amount of paper was recycled at the museum's break room. We suspect that whoever kept stealing paper over the last few weeks got cold feet and dumped it all. Interesting. Do we have the exact time of this happening? Precisely 11:13 this morning. It should be noted that the break room is only accessible to the museum staff. It connects the museum hall and the activities room. To prevent the public from barging through, this room has keycard scanners installed on both sides. You have clearance, so the doors will open for you without a card, and there won't be no entries in the log when you pass through. There are no signs of a break-in, and the museum is closed anyway as they're assessing the damage. The entrance to the activities room already broke during the power outage, and we're positive no one used it since. So you're saying the person who recycled the paper this morning must be Devon, Baptiste, or OCN. They're all at the museum now. We told them you'll come over to ask some questions. Just to get an overview of the situation at the museum. Not sure if they bought it. Doesn't historian Mitch here technically have access too? He should, but you know him. He hasn't shown up for work in a long time. So his access was actually revoked a while ago. Good work. I'll go have a look around. Oh. Okay. Well. You're useless then. Oh? Hey, Stell? Yes? I know you put a lot of pressure on yourself. Usually more than you should. This is a high-pressure situation. You know what I'm talking about. You're trying to live up to expectations that maybe nobody has of you. Talia is always clear about her high expectations. Talia has impossible expectations of everyone. It's not healthy. I'm just trying to say, William would be proud of you no matter what. Thank you. That was very sweet. Do you know anything about this? Nope. Let's go talk to the people in the jail. My biological father, we don't talk much. What about him? Oh. Oh, well, that was useless, wasn't it? Don't know if I need to be down here. Probably I don't. I need to talk to Farid and Yaha. Engineer Farid might be down here. I can't remember where Engineer Farid lives. Is it Farid that lives in here? Are you Farid? I don't think you're Farid. No, you're Isaac. Oh, thank you. Let's go up to the museum area. See what's going on up here. Yes. Ah, we need to talk to Teacher Simon as well, who is not here. Let's go to the Earth Museum. Alright, Sang, thank you for being here. Hope to see you again soon. Tonio! Hey, Chief. Engineer Tonio, glad to see you in good health. The engineers are largely okay, probably because most of us were wearing helmets during the incidents. That's good to hear. We really need you to keep the ship together right now. Indeed you do. Listen. Do you remember exactly when Devon joined you here? Actually, he was already standing right there when I arrived. When did you arrive here to fix the door? I can tell you precisely. Let me check my records. I came here at 11:15. Okay. Okay. Devon was already waiting on the other side of the broken door when he arrived. Huh. Historian Baptiste. Chief. How are you holding up? Terrible. I'm sifting through the wreckage of irreparable Earth artifacts here. I'm sorry, but I need to ask you a few questions. Ask away, Chief. What did you do today? I arrived at 10:45 like I do every day. I went for a quick coffee in the break room and returned here to continue salvaging the exhibits. Do you remember when you went to the break room? No, I'm afraid not. I was back here by the time Devon arrived. We'll have to use the entrance over there because the door at the activities room entrance is broken. Thank you. What have OCN and Devon been up to today? I didn't pay close attention. They arrived a little later than me and left for the break room at some point. I suppose that they spent most of the day in the activities room since I didn't see them here. Did you see someone put something into the recycler in the break room? No. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to need to read that again because I wasn't paying attention. So you arrived at 10:45, went for a quick coffee, returned here. You were back there by the time Devon arrived. They arrived and left for the break room at some point, and then you didn't see them come back through. Okay. Yeah, a large amount of paper was put into this recycler by one of the 3 museum employees. Suspicious! Stella, hi. Hey, Isian, how are you? Had better days for sure, but I guess I shouldn't complain. Still in much better shape than this whole place. And you? I think many of us are waiting for a statement of the crew. We still don't know exactly what's happened. We're still trying to figure that out. I hope we'll have some answers soon. I see, so what are you doing here? I'd like to ask you a few questions. Sure. What did you do today? Well, I arrived here sometime before 11 and joined Dad in the break room for a coffee. Then I came to the activities room to help take inventory. Did you leave this room again at any point? No, I stayed here the whole time. Through which door did you enter the building today? The entrance to the activity room is busted, so we all came through the museum hall. Okay, that matches. What have Devon and Baptiste been up to today? Baptiste spent most of his time in the museum. I think Dad was in the break room with me and then joined me here. Did you see someone put something into the recycler? No. Okay, so that matches with what Baptiste said. We're not caring about the fire then, eh? Caretaker Devon. Chief, good to see you. How are you holding up? The incident was a disaster for the museum, to be honest. Many exhibits have been destroyed. We can't exactly manufacture replacements for artifacts from Earth. Can I ask you a few questions? What did you do today? I arrived sometime before 11 and had a coffee in the break room shortly after. Ocean joined me in the break room a few minutes later. Then I went to the activities room. We're still assessing the damage in here. The only thing we can really hope to repair in here is the door over there. Engineer Tonio is already working on it from the other side. Safe to assume no one used that door today. Yes, we all came in through the museum. When did Tonio come here? I don't remember the exact time, to be honest, but he actually wasn't here at all. He actually wasn't in here at all, got straight to work on that door from the other side. What have Ocean and Baptiste been up to today? Baptiste was already here when I arrived. Ocean joined me in the break room while I was having coffee. She went to the activities room before me. I followed her soon after. Did you leave the activities room again? No, I stayed in here the whole time. Ocean? I was talking to Tonio, so I didn't pay attention. Did you see someone putting something into the recycler? No. Whoops. So this is complicated. So you were alone in the break room. So you could have done the recycling. Because you said OCN joined you a few minutes later. And you were on your own in the break room too. But they arrived sometime before 11. So I think the only person who was alone in the break room at like 11:13... No. It was at like 11:13, wasn't it? And Devon was already there, so I think it must be OCN, because she could have gone back into the break room while Devon wasn't paying attention. I think that's what I'm locking in, wherever she is. There she is. Chief, I received your submission. Reviewing it now, your conclusion makes sense to me. You should confront OCN now. The situation's very volatile. We shouldn't waste any time bringing her to the brig. Copy that. Assistant Caretaker OCN, I need to ask you to come with me. What? Why? We have some questions that we'd rather ask in private. You're arresting me? If you won't come with me voluntarily, yes. Sounds like you need to brush up on the word voluntary. What's going on here? I need to take OCN in for questioning. Is this about the... Shush, Dad. Listen, Chief, I stole the paper, I swear. Did you now? For what purpose? I'm not telling you. It wasn't him. I took the paper for recruitment letters. My stash was blown open in the accident, Dad saw it. I didn't tell him what the paper was for, and he didn't press me on it. But he urged me to return tools, so that's what I did this morning. Recruitment? Let's go, OCN. Follow me to the brig. Yeah, I got it right. Bodo sends me messages. We brought the girl to the brig. I'll have a chat with her shortly. Expect results soon. Cool. Chief Stella, I beg of you, go easy on my daughter. I'm sure this is just a big misunderstanding. She returned all the paper like I told her to. Shouldn't we all be working together in a time like this? We should, and that's the problem, my dude. Right, I want to investigate the farm now. In the bio area. Oh, also, I want to talk to Neva. Is it Neva? About her husband? See if she is able to do that. Xena, there's something I need to ask you about. Xena, I've learned about your involvement in a custody battle. Oh, did your father tell you about this? Yes. Really? I can't believe he told you. Maybe I can trick her. Anyway, your custody battle with... Farmer Orland, right? Yes, what about it? The custody battle happened recently, right? Yes. How did it go for you? Assistant Chief Stella, I don't know if we should be talking about this. What makes you say that? It's just, I think your father has it under control. Of course, I just want to check in on his behalf. So he told you everything? So it's done? Did he use the, the thing Dawn gave him for his little tree? Could you fill me in on the plan again? Oh, Stella, I think I said too much. Tell your father I'm eternally grateful, will you? I will. Thank you, Xena. Hope you feel better soon. There's a thing. For a little tree. I don't know what that means, but sure. Also, you must be the chief's son, right? Can we talk to you? I guess I don't know his name. Let's go farming. No. Okay, Chi-Chi, tell you what. You go back to the bunk whenever you're ready. I promise I'll let you roam free once in a while, okay? Chi-Chi, please. I don't want to be alone. She looked more relaxed this time, did she? I should check my bunk sometime. Maybe she actually went home. Ah. I got an achievement, so maybe she did? Farmer Umberto, how are things going up here? Could be better, could be worse, Chief. Nava and I weren't hurt at all. We got lucky. One of our tanks was toppled over. It's too heavy to lift for the two of us, but backup is on the way. The plant's taking it surprisingly well so far. We don't anticipate a disruption in the supply chain. Took a while to mop up the water and soil, though. Hope we didn't clog the recycler. Now the chaos in this place is almost back to its original state. That sounds good. I was a little worried about the food supplies. Farmer Umberto, I'm looking into this old case involving Navigator Orland. You're talking about that really old one? The one that resulted in you trading places, yes. That's a surprise. Why are you telling me? Do you believe he's guilty of the crime he was convicted of? Chief, I really don't know why you believe I know the answer to this. I only know that he claims to be innocent to this day. Do you believe him? Lucy's never lied about anything else to me. Oh, is Curtis the... Wait, who's Curtis? Yes. So maybe I can talk to Curtis. I didn't think I'd got his name, but apparently I have. The farm is big. Farmer Nava, are you holding up okay in here? So far so good, Chief. The plants don't seem to be all that damaged. That's the most important thing. Good. How come you're visiting the farm? Just checking in on everyone? A case leads me here, actually. Really? Investigating the ring failure. Did someone do it on purpose? No, it's not that. Long story. I might have some questions for you. For me? Sure, ask away. How well do you know Navigator Orland, if you don't mind me asking? We haven't talked much in many years, honestly. Of course I knew him well as a kid. I basically grew up around here when he was still a farmer. Are you familiar with Engineer Zena's case against him? Of course, that's why he left. It was a big drama, but I was still very young when it happened. I went over the files. The most pertinent piece of evidence against him was a chemical compound used in a makeshift explosive. Hypothetically, is it possible that someone other than Orland or your father could have accessed this fertilizer? Well, we're not allowed to give them out. We keep very strict inventory nowadays. Nowadays? My dad once told me that it wasn't always quite as strict, but the chemicals were always meant to be used by farmers exclusively. Is it possible that he gave some of them away here and there? I can't say for sure, but Rose begged him all the time, and he always turned her down, as far as I know. Rose? It makes sense. She's obsessed with her plants. In any case, if my dad ever snuck out chemicals, it almost certainly ended a year ago. Because that's when he died, yes. Okay, so people who were growing plants might have been smuggled fertilizer. So, that is interesting. Let's go back to psychiatry and see if we can talk to Curtis. Nurse Sonara, is Assistant Captain Curtis here? Yeah. Is it possible for me to talk to him? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. What does that mean? The captain seems very concerned about his condition and what he might say to people. And she just allowed all visits to him? She implied it, but she also knows that decisions like this are at the discretion of the medical staff. So, what does the medical staff say? I'll open the doors for you. Thank you. You can't keep him isolated. That's just horrible. What do I want to ask him about? I don't even know what I want to ask him about. Ask him about his mum, maybe? I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say either. Alright. But we know we can talk to him whenever we need to. So we need to find Ferid and Yaha. Whoops. Are you either of those people? Nope. Dr. Yaha, I have a quick question for you. What is it, Chief? Where were you at the exact moment the power outage occurred? I was in the bar at the residential area. Who were you with? I was talking to Ferid and Joseph, why do you ask? Just trying to gather some facts about the incident, thank you. So, yeah, that's corroborated. We could do with finding Ferid. I don't know where Ferid is. We need to go and talk to Rose. I don't know who Ferid is. Who's Ferid? You work in the network area. Okay, so maybe we will find you there. I have a question for you, if I may. What were you doing when the power outage occurred? I was in the residential area, Chief, celebrating Arrival Day. Do you remember who you were with? I was chatting with Navigator Joseph and Dr. Yaha at the bar. We'd been there for a while before the lights went out. Thank you. Sure thing, Chief. Okay, so... alibi confirmed. Yes. Right, we need to find Teacher Simon. Don't know where he would be. Probably like in the social area somewhere, because he wasn't in the school. Or maybe not. Oh, we could go to Rose's bunk while we're here. Go talk to Rose about her roses. No. I think she's on floor 2. Didn't even knock this time. Janitor Rose, do you know what this is? Oh yes, the object of my desires. I used to beg the farmers for a drop of this to help with my plants, but to no avail. So they never gave it to you? Do you think anyone else ever got their hands on it? Dear, I really don't know. Maybe they would have had a different response if I were crew. I bought a bonsai from Earth and watched it slowly wither away over the first year of the mission. So her dad got... yeah. Her dad got the fertilizer. Because her dad had a bonsai that is only just dying. Was it Daddy Dearest that planted the bomb? Ooh. Ah, there's a cafe up there. Maybe we go there. What? Where am I? Maybe the teacher's up there. Nope. Should maybe go and see Navigator Asher. See what their alibi is. Oh, Chief, what are you doing in here? Case leads me here. I might have a few questions for you if you don't mind. I'm very tired, Chief. I was just about to go to bed. Had a pretty exhausting shift, I imagine. Very much so, but that's not it. I'm sick, Chief. I've been having to take it slow for a while now. I'm sorry to hear that. Can I ask what the diagnosis is? There isn't really a name for it because it was never a thing back on Earth. The docs have dubbed it interstellar dystrophy. Some people are hypersensitive to the living conditions out here. It seems to be genetic. You know, cosmic radiation, electromagnetic fields, recycled air, artificial gravity. It all works together to make you weak and tired and eventually kill you one way or another. Only way to find out if it affects you is to try living in space. I was unlucky. Eric's kid seems to have the same problem. Such a shame to be so sick at that age. I heard about it. Never knew the two of you had the same affliction. Do you mind if I ask you something? Go ahead. You're one of 2 engineers who have access to the navigation room, correct? Correct. Were you there around the time of the power outage? No, I was resting right here in my bunk. Like I said, I've been taking it slow. Was anybody here with you? No, I was alone all day. Have you been to the navigation room since the incident? Yes, I headed there a while after the lights came back on. I helped with getting back into the system for as long as I could, but I got too tired after a while. Yeah, get some rest. Okay, so you don't have an alibi. Right, what else do I need to do? I need to find Teacher Simon. Also, go snoop around my dad's bunk, I think. Except for we said What's-Her-Face could stay in there, didn't we? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I went the wrong way from the train station. Then on the way back, we'll go into my bunk and see if Chi-Chi's there. Is anyone in there? Stella? Yes, can I come in? Sure. What happened there? That was a bit weird. Yeah, the bonsai tree. Sorry for the mess, I haven't had much time to clean up yet. Plus, I feel a little weird going through your dad's stuff. It's okay, don't worry about it. Let me know if you want to switch bunks, I'm up for it any time. Thank you, I think I'll stay downstairs a little longer. Where is Teacher Simon, and also who is Teacher Simon? Him. Okay. The bonsai, though. He had fertilizer. Right, is Chi-Chi here? Yeah! Chi-Chi! I don't know how you made it back inside, but I'm so glad you're here. Why'd you keep running away? You're getting bored in here? I always thought you liked this place. I'll let you out on your own once in a while, okay? Just be careful, it can be dangerous out there. Although you seem to handle yourself well. Who's the best girl? You are, that's right. Yeah. Cool. I need to find Teacher Simon. That's kind of... We need to go talk to... Oh, we can't talk to Dorian. Because Dorian's dead. I'm a bit stumped. Maybe I go back to... Ah, maybe I need to go interrogate. What's her face? I cannot. Sergeants, we need to discuss our next steps. Time is running out. About the paper that was recycled at the Earth Museum this morning. Ocean has been brought to the brig. For now, she doesn't seem very talkative. Maybe if you... Oh, hello. Did we all just get a message at the same time? The crew no longer has the situation under control. None of us voted for this leadership. What the hell is this? Do you think everybody just received this? At least it reads like it was intended that way. How is this possible? It says the sender is anonymous. I've never seen this in my life. Because someone sent some stuff in the comms thing. Neither have I. I'm calling Programmer Aaron. Shouldn't be possible on a technical level. All messages on our network have a sender. Yes, Sergeant Adelwich? Programmer Aaron, did you just receive an anonymous message? Yeah. Can you trace it? It says the sender's anonymous. I'm at the PDA terminal now. Just give me a moment, please. Strange. This looks like it was sent from outside the network. As in, not from the Zephyr? No. It's from somewhere on the ship, but the server has no ID. What does that mean? It's almost like someone set up their own server to send this message to the whole network. Where? How? Sorry, Chief. It's too early to tell. Fairwood and I will try to work it out as quickly as possible. Good. I'll come see you down in the network area shortly. Talk to you then, Chief. If he's right, we have to find that server. Maybe I shouldn't ask around about it too openly. I'll go to the network area and see if they have any leads.
At the time everybody received the ominous message, I wasn't yet aware of the broad support it would quickly garner in the general population. A crowd started forming in the residential area. Tensions would soon grow to the point that the captain decided to issue a partial lockdown of the ship. I don't think it helped the situation.
Fine. Maybe I can go and talk to her now. Maybe it'll let me. Nope, it will not. Right, so we need to go to the network room. Have you been able to find out anything about the secret server? By now we're sure it exists and we're even able to ping it. Is there a way to find its physical location? Let me think. Not from here, but if you get readouts of the ping from different locations on the ship, you may be able to deduce it. I'm sorry, what does that mean? The ping indicates how long it takes to communicate between 2 points in the network. I'll enable your PDA to ping the server. The further you are away from it, the higher the ping. It should go up to 100 on the opposite side of the ring. So when it's 0, I'm right on top of it. Correct. What if I'm a few floors above or underneath the server? That should have a negligible effect. What really counts is distance along the ring. How do I perform this ping on my PDA? You have to hook it up to network cables around the ship. It's usually not that easy because they're inside of walls, but a few of them were exposed when the ring malfunctions. They run along the hallways and have a unique pattern of blue and white stripes. You should try to find one per area that should be enough to triangulate the location. One of them is right outside this room in the corridor. You can start there. I saw more exposed network cables in the hallways across the ship, but I don't remember where exactly. Okay, so we need to mooch around the whole ship. The server isn't providing an exact response in milliseconds, so your readout will only indicate whether the ping is low, medium, or high. A low ping... okay. A low ping means the server's nearby, right? Exactly. Each readout will ping some reference locations, both spinward and anti-spinward. You'll see what I mean. Good luck, Chief. Okay. Fine. So we're looking for blue and white network cables. Like where? Oh, there. I see. Okay, so the inner hull ping is medium. So the train station in the bio area. Oh, I see. I think. So, like, the captain's cabin might be near... But that's above us. Oh, the assistant captain's cabin. I feel like I just need to run around the whole ship and look for cable Mabels. And then we'll analyze what we get. I mean, I'm guessing there won't be any more on this floor, but it's worth looking. Okay, blue and white cables. Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns. Aha! Okay, so it's strong here. So it should be somewhere around here, but maybe up. So it should be between the train station in the public area and the network office. So the train station is there. I can't click on it, but it's there. And the network office is here. So it's somewhere in this area. But I don't know what. So I have to say which room it's in. But I don't know how I find that out. Simon! This is so sensitive. Simon, I need to ask you something. What is it, Chief? Do you ever take painkillers? Painkillers? No, not in years. So you don't know why your name's on this package? What? No, that must be a mistake. I haven't been to the hospital in forever. I assume that's where these come from. Have you ever been to the navigation room? No, never. Alright, thank you. Interesting. So I need to go to the hospital. I also need to find more cable Mabels, I guess. I don't know if I'm going the right way to the hospital. I am. Kind of. I know you're having a very busy day, but I need to ask you a question. What is it, Chief? This box of painkillers says it was prescribed to teach Simon. However, I found them in the navigation room, which he isn't cleared to access. Maybe you have an idea how they ended up there? Chief, is that really important right now? Tell him to bring the painkillers here if he doesn't need them. We're quickly running out right now. It's important. They might be evidence of a crime. We've a lot going on here. I really don't remember if I prescribed painkillers to teacher Simon. If someone did, it must have been you or your mother, correct? Correct. Are there any records? We keep records over in the consultation room. There's a lot to sift through if you don't know what you're looking for. Okay. Is this the consultation room? Aha. Medical records. Could be useful to figure out how the painkillers ended up in the navigation room. It's all gibberish to me. I should call Paul. Looks like the type of thing he can usually help me with. Hey Stella, how you doing? Well, pretty fucking stressed is putting it mildly. And you? Oh, you know, same. What can I do for you? I'm looking into the origin of this box of painkillers I found. And I found medical records that seem to follow some sort of pattern. Here, I'll show you. Do you happen to know how it works? Wow, that's a lot of pages. I can't really read it, but I can offer you something else. I'll transfer it to your computer here at the security office so we can search it for specific entries. If you have a concrete suspicion which code you're looking for, we can confirm whether or not it exists. Okay. How do I figure out what code I'm looking for? Oh, I see. So that's the rooms, seems like. So if I know which room Simon is in, which do I? I do not. Could be Ashes though, and that would be R3D. R3C is there. Would it be R3C? Yes. R3C. Ooh. Are we closing in? We might be closing in. Sergeant Paul, you said I could search the medical records on my computer. Yeah, I already copied them over when you sent them earlier. Like I said, you can only enter specific string you're looking for. The system will tell you whether or not that string exists in the records. The interface is open on your screen. Okay. So... two R3C 28. we have like a dash? No. What do you mean no entry found? This is it right there. 2R3C28. Anyway, it's time for break. We'll puzzle this out in a couple of minutes. I was like, I don't remember this being this difficult, but I keep forgetting I'm playing on hard mode now, aren't I? So that might be why. Luckily, as we all know, I'm a very skilled driver. Especially off-road. Where is he? You alright, John?
John has wares if you have coin.
Oh, she looks so happy. Oh, wait! I think I did it. The ads want to play. Oh, no! Oh, shit. I mean, very, very much not.
It's in the room straight ahead. Spider's gonna kill Sasaki again.
Oh wow.
Well, we know there's a spider somewhere.
Yeah.
100% worth it. 100%
Only she would just stick.
worth it. Get fished. Oh. Do it. I definitely need to put a timeout on that one. Okay. I think maybe I need to go back to the hospital and ask the doctor about the medical records, maybe. Because thinking about it, that guy had medicine prescribed probably anyway. So I copied these medical records from the consultation room because they relate to a case I'm working on, but I'm having a hard time deciphering them. Could you help me out? Let me see. Right, the system scrambles them like this. When we input data or query something specific, it's a human legible format. So you can't read it either. Can you at least tell me what is stored in each of these entries? That should be the prescribing doctor, the patient, and the medication. Okay. Okay. That's useful to know. So there's only 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 because there's only 2 doctors. And then the last numbers will be the medication. Okay. But I don't know what the medication is. Hey Elliot, can I ask you something? I promise it won't take long. I meant to ask the nurse, not him. Whoops. Have you been given any medicine recently? Yes, I always take all my medicine. I swear, I take it every day like Dr. Yaha says. Don't worry, I believe you. Do you know what the medicine is called? I don't know, but they made it just for my interstellar dystrophy. And Dr. Yaha is the one giving it to you? Alright then. That's it already, thank you very much. Okay. So, probably then, right, the 28 is that medicine. Because him and the other guy, the guy who's in R3C, both take the same medicine. Because they've both got the same condition. So that means that 1 is Dr. Yaha and 2 is the other doctor. Got it. So that doesn't help us 100%, but it helps us a little bit. Maybe you can help? Nope. Can you help? Nope. Can you help? You won't be able to help. Ah, maybe you can. Something I need to ask you. Do you remember which medicine you were prescribed to and by who? Medicine? Oh yes. Yaha gives me pills to take every day. Psychotropic drugs by any chance? They are? You know, it's possible. Okay, thank you. Okay. So... And where's Yaha living? L3C. So 13 is psychotropic drugs. And 2 is Dr. No? Hi, K-Cat! How are you doing? I am here too, yes. And yes, this isn't another game by the people who made Lacuna. I also have Lacuna, which I will be playing at some point because I'm really enjoying this one. So maybe 13 is psychotropic drugs? Then 2 LOB 13. I mean, it's on Steam, so you don't have to sacrifice your firstborn. You could just sacrifice a small amount of money. I mean, legally, I feel like sacrificing firstborns is a bit wobbly, depending on the timeline of the sacrifice. So I can't recommend it. I live in a country with functional welfare. What is it? Have you been prescribed any medicine? Take a wild guess. Psychotropic drugs. Excellent investigating. Very funny. Who prescribed them? Dr. Yaha. She's in charge of this floor. I see. Okay. So then probably yes. 13 is psychotropic drugs. 28 is whatever you call it. A cocktail of drugs for interstellar dystrophy. The NHS is massively underfunded, I think, is the problem with it. It just needs more monies. I'll tell you what though, it's a hell of a lot more functional than a lot of places. Okay. A bumpy ride? Do you recommend it? Should I play it? Should I add it to my list? Toodaloo to you too, Kate Cat. It's lovely to see you as always. Thank you for stopping by. I should play it. Okay. Okay. Better than tea? You sure? You sure? An audible audience gasp of 3 viewers. I do have 3 whole viewers, yeah. It is true. Very popular. I don't know what to do now. Yay, free! Definitely unclip your non-existent bra. Nobody should be wearing a bra for a second longer than they absolutely want to. Although, I will say sports bras for the win. Just saying. Neither. Go free. Let the girls roam. I would not. I don't like any clothes that are even slightly uncomfortable. Like, why would I wear something that isn't comfy? That's my thing. I know why other people do, but I don't personally see why I would. Oh, why, thank you. I will wait for your call, Kate Cat Industries. But I'm stumped. What I need is someone who's been prescribed painkillers so that I can find out what prescription number painkillers do be. Maybe I just need to keep roaming around, talking to everybody about everything. Oh, I could ask her about the bonsai tree. I've got that somewhere in here, right? No. Oh. Or not. I'm sure you recognise this substance. I do. Used to work with it every day, that part's true. But sure as hell didn't use it to break into anyone's bunk. I had Sergeant Adult Rich send me the case file. Much appreciated, Chief. Okay. Stop it. I'm going to have a quick Google. Because I'm sorry, chat, but you're being useless. Not helping me at all. I'm looking for hints, not for answers. Don't think those answers were very helpful. What we do have, though, right, L3C, LOA, LTD, R2A. Do I know any of those people? Ah, L3C is Luis, so he was prescribed something, so I could go and ask him. R3B, is that on there? No. Let's go ask Luis what he was prescribed. I cannot. Right, we're brute forcing it, guys. I don't know where Simon lives, though. Can I ask him? Or do I have it? Ah, this tells me. Oh my god, this tells me where they live. Who's Simon? Where's Simon? What's Simon? Are you Simon? Yes. L3A. Okay. So let's just brute force. And then I think I'll have to stop streaming soon because I'm getting a bit of a headache. And that's probably why I haven't got the patience for this puzzle. Right, so we don't know if that's a 1 or a 2. So let's start with a 1, just for... Right, and then... Where did it say? I've forgotten already. L3A. And then so it's not 13 and it's not 28, so it could be 42 or 55 or any other number that exists. Actually, should change this one first. Nope. I'm glad that it keeps it in. That's very handy. Oh! It's a match! Paul! Found the entry I've been looking for. Looks like the painkillers were actually prescribed to teach Simon by Dr. Yaha. I'll have to confront her about it. Good job, Stell. Right, I'm going to go do that because I'll forget. Boom, ba-dum, boom. Am I going the right way? Weirdly, yes. And Dr. Yaha's in here having the world's longest consultation with this child. Oh. Dr. Yaha, I need to talk to you. Chief right now is really not the best. The system says you prescribed painkillers to teach Simon, but everything else points to that not being true. Help me make sense of this. Chief, I'm all ears. People aren't getting what they need, alright? The restrictions on some medications are ridiculous, and I've gotten tired of bringing this up with the ethics committee. I've had patients in chronic pain who burned through their weekly allotment in just 2 days. So I made prescriptions out to other people who didn't actually need any. That way they wouldn't get flagged in the system. So Teacher Simon never even knew about this prescription. No, he has nothing to do with it. So how did this box end up in the navigation room? Dr. Yaha, this is crucial information. I can't disclose the full context, but please tell me what you know. I've been working with engineer Asher. He comes here very often to pick up meds, so an extra box here and there doesn't arouse suspicion. Long story short, we got to talking and realised we saw certain things the same way. So he started helping me distribute extra painkillers to people who really needed them. His secret stash is in the navigation room where he works. That makes sense. Maybe the box I found fell out when the ring stopped. Look, thank you for coming clean about this whole operation. Let's go to the ethics committee meeting and bring this up again. The rules clearly need to change so you're no longer forced to work around them. Really? That would be amazing, Chief. Thank you. Sure, why not? Okay, so does that mean that's a nothing? Ash is the one who brought them. I don't know what Ash looks like. Nice. So that doesn't help me at all. I should go talk to Asher again now I've figured out his secret. Sure. But I will do that next time because, like I say, I've got a bit of a headache coming on. I can feel it just starting, and I think I'm losing my patience with puzzles. So let's see if anyone's around to raid. Who do be doing stuff? Zori's playing Scriptorium again. Let's go there. Yes, please.
Where is the game behind?
Oh. Zori's changed their name. Whoops. That's not a name. So, copy the raid message, paste it when we get there. We've got one for subs, one for non-subs. Copy whichever one suits you the best. I definitely want to play more of the altars during the week. So hopefully I'll be able to find the time to do that. And then I will be continuing with this game next Sunday. So I hope to see you then. Until then, bye bye.